All right, you know what time it is, Ailers?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for our newest segment, and I think this is going to probably be a pretty often used segment here on the off season. So, it's up the gut. Rate some stuff.
Go on and rate it.
So we're going to rate something, and we're going to rate the 32 assumed starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Some of these are really assumed.
Yeah. I mean, I believe the most assumed would be Cam Newton and Alex Smith. I don't think they're actually on the teams right now.
Well, whoever you pick in the Colts.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, I actually looked at their depth chart. So that I have their current starting quarterback is Jacoby Brissette. So,
okay.
Number 32.
32.
The bottom.
Children. Start for the bottom. So who do you have for 32, Matt?
Daniel Jones.
I have Daniel Jones.
How can you not? He's so bad.
See, that could have been a toss-up between one of these three for me. But when I sat there, I actually didn't have him for a little bit. And then I'm like, wait a second. How do I not have him on the list already? Because I started 32, went down. And I started thinking about what he's done. And he has done literally nothing. So, I mean, that seems like a solid number 32. And sorry if you're a Giants fan. Probably not watching the show anyway. And, you know what? Where's Joel? Hold on. You tell me a little bit more. I'm going to text Joel.
I was going to say, if you're a real Giants fan, like you don't have the blinders on, you actually love the game, you love the Giants, but if you're a real Giants fan, you know Daniel Jones is terrible because you watch him every week. And if you can't admit that, you're just in denial. You're like those old Cowboys fans who are like, the Cowboys are the best. Why? Because I like them.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to say that. And man, when he started, people had such high hopes for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't riding the bench next year and or gone from the team completely. So
they got to draft someone first or make some kind of crazy trade.
31.
Who you got? I'll go. I have Gardner Minshew.
See, I got him a little higher. I honestly have Jameis Winston.
I don't have him as a starter.
Well, yeah, because Drew Brees is going to retire.
But he hasn't yet.
He hasn't yet, but
I sent you a list of the assumed starters.
Yeah.
You son of a gun.
Look, until I see something that says Drew Brees is coming back, I think he's going to retire. And if he's going to retire, Jameis Winston's next in line, and I don't think he's that great.
I see. I just went on and looked at their depth chart. Still lists Drew Brees, so that's what I went with. So we're going to have a spot where I'm going to have Drew Brees and you won't. And that's just a son of a gun.
That's all right.
So Jameis Winston,
right,
but he's the heir apparent there in New Orleans. He's going to win them Super Bowls. How could you put him as 31?
Because the man threw 30 interceptions in a season.
Thank you. See, that's the thing. He sits behind Drew Brees for 1 year, and everybody just starts going crazy.
Yeah, until I see him improve, I got to go off by what I've seen so far. And
I really enjoy it. I assume he's talking about Daniel Jones, but I don't know.
Neither one of those quarterbacks is a top 15 quarterback.
Oh, anyway, so I have Gardner Minshew. I really like the guy. I like his style, mullets and mustaches. That just screams America. But he had a lot of trouble. If you're getting replaced by Mike Glennon, we got to have some talks here. So I hope that he can sorry, comments are coming in. I may not be able to watch your show if you really think he's 32 out of all the quarterbacks in the league.
Who, Daniel Jones?
He doesn't know who Daniel Jones is. Anyway, so
is Alex Smith like that crazy radio guy who said the water's making the frogs gay or something?
No, come on, man. Even he. No, Alex Shaw is a guy who probably watched maybe half a football game in his life, but he lives to cause trouble. That's who Alex Shaw is. So Gardner Minshew, I think, can be better, and I hope with the new coaching staff, even though he's going to be behind Trevor Lawrence now. So
yeah,
it's a shame, but we'll see. Maybe he'll get a chance to prove himself. So we'll see what happens in
30.
Children. Who do you got for 30?
30 is where I put Jacoby Brissette. Because
Wow. Don't think much of him, do you?
not yet. I mean, I know he physically has all the talent. It just whenever I see him play, it's not great. It's
I don't know
not.
if I can. I don't know if I can do this without ruining this. I have Tua. And Tua. The reason he's so far down is probably because the last game I saw him in, he threw 32 interceptions and lost 52 to like 1 to the Buffalo Bills.
I don't think he threw that many interceptions in the game.
It definitely seemed like it.
It was not a good game, no. But
No,
that's
so that was the last thing I saw.
He
And so you're just
he and Fitzmagic combined to get the Dolphins 11-win season. Unfortunately, this year 11 wins wasn't enough to guarantee you a playoff spot.
it was mostly Fitzmagic in that defense. Tua, I never saw a good game out of
The
Tua.
defense was good.
The defense stepped it up big time whenever Tua went in, and that's the only reason he had wins.
But
He never should have been starting.
He shouldn't have. But he was a rookie thrown into the starting position on an offense that really wasn't that great to begin with.
Alex Shaw is a troll. There we go.
He's the Daniel Jones of our chat.
If I had to rate the people in the chat room right now, we'll just say he's no Drew Lock. Anyway, so with Jacoby though, it wasn't last year, year before. He didn't play that bad with the Colts. He had some really shining moments. So you really think he's the 30th?
I think so because he tailed off, and that's why he didn't get to start this last year and a half.
Well, it's because they're not in Phillip Rivers.
29.
29. I have Jacoby Brissette.
I have Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
wow,
Sam.
I have him a lot higher than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't rank someone in the top 15 that sees ghosts.
You don't see Ghost?
No,
You don't have a Hoagie board?
I don't. Especially not on the football field.
Hoagie board? Man, Patrick Mahomes was seeing Ghost.
No, he was seeing the Bucks rush at him because that offensive line was terrible.
So I text Tormented Gaming because I thought he might want to see, because I think he would be pleasantly surprised where I put Lamar Jackson on this list. I just wanted to throw that out there. That's like a spoiler. And yes, we do love Alex. 100%. 100%. No, this is
Except for the one guy that didn't vote for him.
Yeah, you'll flip that guy.
Yeah.
So Jacoby, same reason you had him there. I think he has some talent, but he let a 900-year-old quarterback come in and usurp his spot. So
Yeah.
I hope that if he gets the chance, he proves me wrong, because I do seem to like the guy, but he just, when it comes to all the quarterbacks we got going, I'm actually surprised I put Cam Newton higher than him. But anyway, Sam Darnold sees ghosts, and that's why you rank him there.
Well, he's the starter for the Jets, but he's not good.
I think he can be good. I don't think he's really had much to work with, and I hope that I want to see him go somewhere else, because I don't really want to see him with the Patriots, but somewhere else I think he would prove to be a lot higher on this list. He'd probably be where I put him on the list, and maybe that's why I put him there. I see a lot more out of him than you do.
I hope so. I mean, he seems like a good enough guy, but yeah, from what I've seen so far, I can't put him honestly much higher.
Because he's the best around. No, he's not.
No,
No, he's not.
no.
28.
I had to do 2 kids to get this, by the way. I tried with the youngest one first because he can't say his words quite right when it comes to the numbers.
Yeah,
And it was cute as can be. but he just went really fast and really quiet. I'm like, I can't use this.
yeah.
I think you're up on 28.
Yeah, and like an idiot, I didn't number my list, so I have to keep counting every time.
You should, whenever I start talking next, you should number them real quick.
At 28, I got Drew Lock.
Here's a pen.
Oh, thanks.
Drew Lock.
Drew
Wow. I have him a little higher.
Yeah, I mean, and again,
Who
once
do
you get,
who do you have as the starter? Never mind. We'll get there. So Drew Lock.
yep, Drew Lock. I want him to be good because he's another Missouri quarterback, and I want one of them to do something worthwhile, but it just hasn't happened yet.
That's kind of rude to say because, again, the best business plan in the world is Chase Daniels. That dude has done great things.
That's great for Chase, but as a football fan, that's not worth watching.
That's true, but he's done great things, just not on the field.
Great things for him personally, but nothing worthwhile in the sport of football has he done since leaving college.
So I did Teddy Bridgewater, and he did not impress me with. Whenever I think PJ Walker could come in and do everything you did.
He did not, though.
No. PJ he didn't get the practice time with the ones. He didn't. He came in and he had one game where he looked good, and he had one game where he looked really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. So I think given the time, PJ Walker could be every bit, and I want Teddy Bridgewater to be good. He was not.
I got Bridgewater quite a bit higher, only because I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I've seen him play well.
And I saw him in that Saints offense, though.
And and I know he was missing Christian McCaffrey, which is 65% of that whole offense.
Yeah, but whoever that was, I even forget who the backup quarterback was there. But I remember him doing pretty good to the point where people were talking about, or Panthers fans were talking about trading away McCaffrey because he's injured too much and this guy was doing good. So Teddy, I think, failed on Teddy. He could have been better, and he wasn't. And it's not like he doesn't have talent around him. So,
he doesn't have a lot of talent around him.
Not a lot, but enough that he could be better than Cam Newton. I had him ranked lower than Cam Newton. And I have no respect for that guy as a quarterback.
I definitely don't have him ranked lower than Cam Newton. No.
Oh, I do.
No, Cam.
Where are we at?
27.
My turn. Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
You really?
Yeah.
That's two we've locked in on. That's awesome. He had good years. He is garbage right now.
Yes, he's very bad this season. I can't put it all on him because he went to a new team, a very new offense, and it's a team where a bunch of people left because they opted out on COVID before the season even started.
I agree. I really do. I think he is he better? And that's probably why I put him where he did, because I mean, I very well, with the way I watched him play this year, could have put him at 32. I very well could have done that, and I didn't. But this seemed like his spot. Like, I know he has the talent, but overall he just was garbage this year. So since we did the same, we can move on a little bit faster from this one.
Yep.
I hope we lock in again.
26.
I'm going to tell you right now, I doubt we're going to lock in. I think you're going to be surprised at who I put down here.
I know it's not Josh Allen, so I really don't care. But
it's not Josh Allen. I didn't say you're going to be bad. I said you're going to be surprised.
You're up.
I put Joe Burrow.
Really?
Yes, only because he was still kind of struggling because it's Cincinnati. It's a terrible place for people to go play football. And we didn't get to see enough of him to see if he could turn the ship around. He got hurt too early. That's the only reason he's this low, is because we didn't get to see what he can do with a full season's worth of work ahead of him.
I have two mouses right next to me. I keep grabbing the wrong one. Just before I explain it, Cam is too worried about the goofy outfits he's going to wear. He don't focus on the game. I think he's more worried, and not necessarily about his outfits, but just about his image and honestly, being Cam. He's not that team first type of guy.
He didn't dress super crazy at his interviews this year, though.
Well, I heard he's going to stop doing that anay. So
I think because Bill Belichick was like, "Hey, knock it off."
Hey, we just wear normal clothes here. Anyway, so I can see that, but I felt like he probably performed a little higher, which is why I put him higher on my list, because he did have good numbers, and he would have been probably offensive rookie of the year had he not got hurt. So,
but could he have done it the whole year in Cincinnati?
I think so. I think he would have been pretty consistent. I don't think it really transferred into wins. Maybe there's a lot of garbage time in there. I didn't watch a lot of those Cincinnati games, but I think that he probably ranks higher talent-wise than that. Yeah. But I have Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, and on my list, I kept Carson Wentz as a starter because he hasn't left yet.
See, I think that's the reason Jalen Hurts started the last few games. That's why he's my starter for them. So Carson Wentz isn't even on my list because
Would Carson Wentz be a lot higher though, or just kind of around the same area?
No, he would probably be middle, right around 16, 15, right in there if I had to take a guess. But Jalen Hurts, I think that the Eagles did him a disservice because he has talents. You know, he's fast. I just saw you do your ring thing.
Oh no, I was deleting stuff.
Anyway, so but I think that he could be good. But just like I said about Tua, they really got to prove it because they didn't put themselves out there. I think he showed some promise. He did some plays, made some throws, but when it comes down to it, not good enough. That
I think the problem is the offense is still built around what Carson Wentz can do, and Jalen Hurts is a different quarterback than what Carson Wentz is.
Yeah, and they weren't letting him use that skill set.
Yeah,
I think I'm up first, right?
For this one, yes.
All right, well.
25.
Mitchell Trubisky.
I believe it.
So, again, I think that he has the ability. I think that his coaches did him a disservice by the whole Foles thing. They should have just kept letting him start. I think he was undefeated at the time they benched him.
Yeah.
So, I think that given the opportunity, he could be better on this list, but watching him play, he could also be worse on this list. But that's where I have him right now, right here at 25.
And that's the thing that a lot of these guys on the bottom of the list, it's not about physicality. They have physically what you need to make every throw you want them to make. It's just a lot of their decision making is terrible.
Yeah.
But this
and
is where I put Tua.
You put Tua?
Yeah, still
Man, you put a lot of
still below average, but I think he's a little bit better just because even though his play was ugly, it was good enough to make sure that they didn't lose the games.
Man, we got like 3 of them that I have coming up on my list that you've already said. I really want to match up on stuff.
I mean, the fact that we got 2 already is pretty awesome because we didn't talk about this list at all.
No, really and honestly, we'd probably be a little better off if we would have had consensus on the starters.
No, I like it like this because then we really match on something. It's like, yeah, really? Yeah, really.
All right. You're first up on this one, right?
24.
Mitch Trubisky. Yep.
You know what's really funny is these little cards I'm making. You have any idea how much time it took to make 32 of these damn things?
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to rate more stuff, so we'll use them again. So explain Trubisky to me.
Because, again, he has some games where he's actually really good looking. But they don't happen often enough for me to put him higher on the list. And when he has a bad game, it's a bad game.
This may be the first show I'm not going to get through with my drink. I only had 1 drink this time around.
Wow.
There's no one in the house to get me another one. Anyway, I have Drew Lock.
Wow.
So I want him to be good. I think he can be good. I think when this year, injury-wise, Cortland Sutton was his biggest connect. Like that's who he meshed with the best, and he lost him early. So I'm hoping, given this whole Deshaun Watson mess doesn't ruin him, that he can come out doing pretty good, and he'll actually go up on this list. But from what I saw, it's Drew Lock. So
yeah, again, I want one quarterback from Missouri to have a career where he gets to be a starter the whole time and maybe even threatens for a championship somewhere down the road. Just give me one.
That would be good.
Yes.
All right, well.
23.
I have Jared Goff.
I have Jared Goff.
3. Yeah. Awesome. Well, for obvious reasons, he's shown promise, but he's really when he drops off, he drops off.
He's more of a game manager than a leader,
and
he's going to a worse team than he had in LA.
Yeah, I think he'll actually drop on this list come next year.
No, I'm sure because that's what Detroit does to talent.
You know, with the way our lists are going, we might lock up on the next one, and I really hope we do because if we get 2 in a row, I might just run around my house screaming with my shirt off.
100%. My memory's not great, so I don't remember everyone you already listed, but you might have already said this guy.
Man.
That I got next.
All right, well, you're starting this one off, so
22.
The guy that everybody loves, Alex Smith.
Where is it? Oh my gosh. I have him so high, so much higher.
Really?
I am way higher up on my list. And I understand why you would put him here. I'm not trying to fault you because he was gone for a while, but when he came in, that Washington team was an entirely different team.
The rest of the team around him played better, but when I went back and actually looked at his numbers, they weren't great.
I watched, and then this.
Sequence.
That was a crazy sequence.
It was, and again, everybody loves Alex Smith, and he came in and the team played better, but he showed a lot of rust. And I'm not counting that against him as like
9 years out, and he almost died.
Yeah. Well, I know, but that's why he's where he is on my list.
Well, see, I've kind of put through what he did, turning Washington around, and then on top of that, with his history and the talent level I've seen him over the years. So, mine made a lot higher. What number are we on?
22.
Okay, you finished. I just want to make sure I said the right person when I do. So, I have Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we are on 22. Kirk Cousins.
So, and he's kind of like he has some talent, but I mean, you're the one that says it every week. Like, I hope Minnesota keeps Kirk Cousins forever. When it comes to big games, he just doesn't. He doesn't do what he has to do. So
he does not.
I couldn't really put him much higher on the list here. He has talent. He is good, but I don't know that he's that good. So
I actually do have him quite a few spots higher, but not way. Not way. Because he puts up good numbers. His only problem is he chokes in the huge games, but he's not bad all season. He puts up good numbers,
but he's had some really good people around him too. I mean, look how much Stephon Diggs changed Josh Allen. So, and then he gets Justin Jefferson who breaks rookie numbers.
Yeah, but
anyway,
what it took to change Josh Allen though was just one receiver.
No. I mean, it definitely helped. I'm not ever going to pretend that didn't make a difference.
Yeah. So I got Alex Smith, but I have all the faith that
surprised me.
That once I just have all the faith that once he gets some practice time in and stuff, he's gonna move up the list for sure.
Well, yeah, he probably will never move any higher on my list. That's how high up I have him. Like I don't think he has it physically in him to be any better than where I have him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's I'm surprised it was that low. Like I would expect him to be at least top half of the league, regardless.
Not yet. But
all right,
I think come next year he will.
All right, well.
21.
You're going first on this one.
Yes, I am, but I just think I saw Matt. What is on the wall behind you? It looks like Squidward.
It is. It's a weird Squidward painting from the show.
I didn't see that. Nice. Like, what are they even talking about? Oh, okay. So 21.
21.
We won't match up.
We won't. No.
Sam Darnold.
Wow, all the way up to 21.
We play him quite a bit. I see his talent. I think he's been stuck with some really bad Jets receivers, Jets offensive line, Jets running game. I mean, when Frank Gore is your go-to guy, when he's just supposed to be that every once in a while back, you're not a very good team. So I've seen him make some really good throws.
It wasn't. It was Adam Case's team. It was not a good team.
Nope. So that's why I put him there. I mean, we did quite a bit talking about him, but again, he could. I think he definitely could be higher, but he'd have to be on a different team.
So should I have rated this on their potential? Because I rated off what I've seen from him so far, which wasn't that amazing.
I kind of just put it on everything because, again, if playing with the Jets, I don't think he's ever going to be any better in the spot. But if he goes to another team, he could be better. So that's why I put him here. Now, I think if he goes to another team, we might be seeing something else. But it's however you want to rank it. Like there was nothing other than rank the starters.
Got it.
So you could do it off potential. You could do it off of, how you've seen it. I just combined every factor I saw. And then sometimes it's just how I feel. Like I may just not like a motherfucker. Cam Newton very well could have been 32 because I'm sorry, a mother flipper. It could be as simple as I don't like the way you look. You wear eyeliner. You're number 31. It is what it is.
Wow, that's what we're doing. Well, I mean, only one quarterback wears eyeliner, and I haven't heard his name yet.
So where are you with your number 21 spot?
That's where I put Gardner Minshew.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like you for that. Thank you. He deserves that.
Because it doesn't seem like he does a lot because he's on a bad Jaguars team, but his touchdown interception ratio is really pretty good. Like he makes good decisions with the football. He just doesn't always have a lot of options to bail out of a bad play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put necessarily him being 31 on mine, all on him. But again, Mike Glennon beat you out for a while.
The Jags were desperate. The team
and
was
Mike Glennon played better than him.
Not by much. I mean,
he did though, man. I watched that.
They had the number one draft pick for a reason.
Yeah, no, it was a bad team. All right. Well, anything else you want to say? I cut you off on Gardner Minshew, but mustache and mullet.
Yeah, I like his attitude. Like he's fun without being like super cocky. He's always confident every time he goes out in the field. And I think a lot fewer quarterbacks have that than they want you to believe.
Is he the new Fitzpatrick? Is he going to be like that backup that's such a good backup that he'll steal starting spots, but then go back to being backup but being awesome the entire time? Why is he not on that list? He's going on the list. He could be our freaking quarterback.
He's not to be a starter anywhere.
Gardner Minshew has made the list for official quarterback of Up the Gut. He'll be on the poll.
I just hope Gardner Minshew doesn't have to play on 9 different teams like Fitzpatrick did. I hope he can find a forever home.
I would like that too, but I think that's probably where he'll end up. So I think we're on 20, right?
Yeah, we're going to 20.
Is that me?
20.
I love cutting you off.
Why do you love cutting me off?
Is it you or me? I don't remember.
I'll start this one.
Okay, you start it.
This is where I put Carson Wentz.
Okay, well that's good because there's no way I could have matched up with you on that one.
Yeah, but this is where I put Carson Wentz because I think he has more talent than this last season made everyone believe he has.
I might have, if I had Carson Wentz, I might have had him about 2-3 spots higher.
No,
if just looking at the people I have there, that's probably where I put him.
That's where I put Carson because when he's had a healthier team, we've clearly seen him play better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I am a Carson Wentz fan. And that's why I hope he goes to Indy because then he'll definitely be higher on the list.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see him with a healthy team, some talent around him again, because I think he can do great things for whoever takes a shot on him. But clearly it seems like Philly's not going to be that place anymore.
No, he needs out of Philly. It's not good. They don't like each other, even though they got a new coach, but he just needs to go. I have Joe Burrow here.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really we need to say a whole lot here. He's good. We didn't get to see a lot out of him. I think he could be higher.
I hope he does.
Coming off his rookie year, he could be worse.
I hope he can be the guy that can lead Cincinnati to the promised land of the playoffs. Maybe even a Super Bowl someday. Not for the sake of Cincinnati, but for the sake of just keeping the Joe Burrow legacy because he was the man in college. He was so good at LSU, and I really want that to transfer to the NFL, especially in a crappy team like Cincinnati.
I never watched him play at LSU, so I really have. Yeah, I mean, I know I've heard people have told me people love to talk about how good he was. So I again, I have him right there. I think that's pretty accurate.
90.
Me?
Yep.
Derek Carr.
All right, yeah. Close. This is where I put Bridgewater.
Okay. Well, that's good because now we're getting to the point where there's not a whole lot that we haven't matched up on.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have a Drew Brees in here that we won't match on. So I have Derek Carr. He's another one of those. He's kind of the Trubisky, but better. He's really good and really bad. Like he just doesn't. He can make the throws, but he's not consistent enough
His good days definitely outnumber his bad days.
Yeah. So that's why I have him. I mean, there's not much to it. Like his eyeliner. I mean, the Undertaker looks cool. So,
Yeah.
And you have Bridgewater. I want to hear how he made it so high.
Because I've seen him play better. The problem is, again, he's on a not great franchise right now, trying to start, and he's missing his biggest offensive weapon last season. And then a bunch of people going in and out due to COVID and whatnot. It was a hard year for him. But I feel, he's not going anywhere. So I feel Carolina can make some good moves in the draft. And if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy to be that number one option on the offense, I think Bridgewater is going to give you a much better performance next season.
I hope so, because I do like him.
Yeah, me too.
You know, he had a pretty good comeback himself.
Yeah, but he wasn't terrible in Minnesota either.
I hope we match up on some.
80.
Definitely not matching up on this one.
Damn it.
Because this is where I put Derek Carr.
That close.
Yeah.
That close. This is where I put Ryan Tannehill.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. He definitely leans off of. If he didn't have Derrick Henry, would he be what he is? I remember him in Miami quite a bit.
I do too. Miami was a much worse team all around, though, not just in the running game.
They had some good receivers. They had talent. He could make some throws, but then he would drop off. And I've liked what he's done, and he put a whooping on us because Derrick Henry didn't run for much against us. Yeah. He put the whooping on us with his feet, with his arm. But overall, I think he rides that middle of the line. If he didn't have Derrick Henry, he wouldn't be that good.
Well, that's the thing. To be a great quarterback, you need talent around you. That's the only way you can be able to show off everything you can do.
Yeah, but there's some people that do it without the talent. Aaron Rodgers.
He still has a Devontae Adams.
Peyton Manning.
He's always
Peyton
had a good...
Manning made a lot of people look real good. Look at a lot of his receivers over the years and what happened when they left Peyton Manning.
Well, yeah,
Blair White.
It's a symbiotic relationship. They both people.
I think that he made them better because he could put them where he needed to be with the proper coaching that he did. So there are some people. I'm not saying that certain people aren't good, but I think that Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers regardless. It's a lot nicer to have people that can catch the ball and hold on to it like Devontae Adams. But I don't care. I mean, look at all the people he has around other than him.
Yeah.
Would they be the same elsewhere? Would Devontae Adams be that good elsewhere? If he didn't have someone that could drop it right on him, maybe with Russell Wilson, maybe with Patrick Mahomes. But is he going to be that good with Ryan Tannehill?
I think he could be, yes. He's very similar to A.J. Brown. Oh, they're very similar. They're very similar type receivers.
Oh, that's where Tannehill. All right. Are we going to match up? Or did you didn't put him next, did you? You better not. Don't tell me. Don't ruin it. Are we going to 17?
Yes.
Okay.
70.
That's you, right?
Yep. That's where I put Jimmy G.
Really? Yeah, we're not too far off.
That's where I put Jimmy Garoppolo. Because I've seen him, because I got a buddy up here who's a big Niners fan, so we watched a few of his games together, and I've seen him have a clean pocket and just make some really bad decisions throwing the ball. Mm-hmm. Not under pressure, although he's had some of that too. But he'll have a clean pocket, he'll have time to throw, and I don't know if it just gets away from him, if he just gets caught up in the moment. But I've seen him throw some really bad interceptions at the worst times for no reason.
So if you haven't liked this video, now's a good time to do that. And if you're not subscribed to this video, now's a good time to do that.
Yeah, unless you're a Niners fan, now's not a good time to like it when you hear me talking negative about Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm not going to say anything about Jimmy G because we'll do that soon enough. This is where I put Justin Herbert.
I mean, I get that because he had a great year, but it is still only his rookie season. I get that. Yep. Granted,
could be a flash in the pan, just not enough to go off of. But it's still rookie year, and you're almost dead center in my list. That's pretty good considering some of the quarterbacks I have above him.
Justin Herbert cracked my top 10.
Damn. Anyway, okay.
I can only because I didn't watch him in college. I can only go off of what he showed me in the pro so far, and he showed me a lot of good.
He did. He showed me a lot of good too. But I don't know, just sample size. I couldn't put him ahead of a lot of these people,
Yeah.
but I think he's very similar skill set of my number. Am I first next?
Yes.
Okay, well then.
16.
I'm gonna guess real quick. Is this where you put Jimmy Garoppolo?
No,
Okay.
we're almost there.
Okay.
I said not quite that close, but close. And it's a good thing I have you because I've drank enough that I forget when I went first. This is where I put Matt Ryan.
That's where I put Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
I wish I kept track of how many we've actually matched up on.
I think this is 4.
I think so too. I
I think
think
we
we'll
got
get
Daniel
more.
Jones, Cam Newton, Jared Goff. No. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
and then
then-
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. That's
That's
4.
And I think I feel like we'll get at least 3 more once we get towards the really top. Of the list.
I would not be surprised if our top 2 were identical.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt Ryan, because Matt Ryan has the talent, even though he's getting a little bit older now. But he can still make all the throws, but he just doesn't have that clutch gene. He's a lot like Kirk Cousins.
He used to be Matty Ice, but he is just not. I mean, how many times did he have like a 20-point lead, a 28-point lead, and they end up losing the game? Not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about this year.
Last season,
So
like,
that's why he fell. Like I like Matt Ryan quite a bit. So to put him on my list right here, it didn't feel right, but I think it is right.
it's absolutely right. And I haven't called him Matty Ice since he gave away that Super Bowl. Granted, it wasn't.
I don't
all
think
him.
anybody has.
It wasn't all him though. It was Dan Quinn and the conservative play calling and the defense just not playing well that whole fourth quarter. There's a lot of factors, but he was definitely part of it too.